Are you cleaning off the bricks?
Yeah, there was some.
Yeah, some dust on my brick, right?
Brick.
Yeah.
Some dusty bricks.
It was one of the ones you laid.
I bet.
Yeah, one of the bricks you laid.
Get
Laying
out a
bricks.
different knife for this.
Oh,
shot.
more knives. More thumping.
It's a K-bar.
What are
That's
we
a real
fucking?
knife.
What, are we fucking sponsored by QVC? What the fuck? Are we selling knives?
You don't know. That's like a real K-bar.
It says USMC.
K-bar. Quality.
Gay bar?
No, we're not going to the gay bar, Dean. Sorry.
It's not gonna stick. It's not gonna stick. There it goes.
I just got to shove it in there harder.
Yeah, I think the table's hollow.
It is hollow. I just fucked that thing up. Anyway.
Fucking air is gonna come out of it.
That was a 4-speed.
There's a fucking gash in the thing. Oh, shit.
Ooh,
I
it's a
should put
gash.
this away. That's what she said. What's up, everybody?
That's what she has.
Yeah, Scott was playing with
That's
knives.
what she has, a gash.
True.
Yeah. And it bleeds.
Whoa.
Bleeding
Ew.
gash.
Ew.
We have nothing to worry about, guys. We have 100% male audience.
Yes.
Male.
Males.
Male.
Dean's picks.
Dean's picks.
Dean's
again.
picks.
Dean's picks again.
Or Dean's pecs.
Because apparently no one else has any good ideas.
Especially Diego.
Yeah, especially Diego.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Alice in Chains.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains
I've
is
always
good.
liked Alice in Chains. Since, like, day one, whenever the
Since
fuck
I
that
was
was.
a teenager, rebellious teenager, I liked Alice in Chains.
I don't think Scott was a teenager when Alice. He wasn't even in high school when that shit came out.
Yeah, it was.
Hell
Yeah, you
no.
were.
Yeah, it
When
was.
Facelift came out, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
No, dude, you're like 4 years older than me.
Yeah, so?
Yeah, that shit didn't come out till like 92.
Look at his face. That's a
Yeah,
fucked
right.
up face.
91 or 92.
Might have been like the
What
last
year
year of high school.
What year did you graduate high school? 90?
Fucking
You didn't graduate
1947.
high school.
No, serious. What year did you graduate high
90.
school? Yeah. Yeah. No, you didn't listen to Alice in Chains in high school.
No.
You didn't listen to Grunge. She didn't pop yet.
Right.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I didn't listen to it.
You couldn't have because it didn't exist yet.
In high school.
Grunge did
Who
not.
gives a fuck about high school?
I know.
I listened to it when it happened.
Dean was talking
Bitch.
about high school. You're a big boy. You
I
were
was
living
in
on
high
your own.
school. Actually, I was I in high school?
Hey, look, I'm
Yeah.
just giving you compliments. I said you were a big boy. You were living on your own. Relax. Don't get all
I
fucking
was.
pissy-wissy.
Oh, my
moany,
God.
moany.
Let me get the knife out. Hold
That's it.
on. Cunt.
Alice in Chains.
How are we supposed to start these things when you're just bitching the whole
I'm not
entire
bitching. I'm just saying incorrect information. Not in high school.
time? Alice in Chains is a band from Seattle, Washington that played
Groundbreaking.
what we would like to call, what they called alternative. But actuality, they think they were kind of metal.
They were kind of metal.
And
You know,
They were more metal than all the other bands that were coming out of Seattle.
You know,
Well, there was
what?
Alice in Chains, and there was, the Stone
Soundgarden.
Temple Pilots.
Soundgarden wasn't very
Stone
metal.
Temple Pilots.
Stone
Stone
Temple,
Temple Pilots was
More
not
bluesy.
metal.
you know.
Alice in Chains was the only ones that literally
I
came
wouldn't
out
call
a
them
little bit
really
more metal.
I wouldn't say that.
They were more metal.
Really? You think so?
I think so.
Didn't
Just
they
the
do the
bass
Man
and the
in
rhythm and facelift and shit like that. They were definitely way more metal.
Yeah, they had a jun.
Yeah.
You
Jerry
know, all those,
Cantrell
all those
is-
bands, all those
Man
bands
in
were
the
very
box.
They
dark sounding.
They were dark.
You know?
They were
I
dark.
like
they were
that.
brooding. They had a very.
But they didn't want that metal label. That's the
No.
farthest thing they wanted.
They didn't get it.
They don't
but
want
they
that.
were a lot heavier
didn't.
than all the other alternative bands
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
even any metalhead can turn around and go, "Yeah, I like Alice in Chains," because
You know,
that's what it was. It was because at the time people were kind of, back in those days, you were like, "Oh, you listen to Nirvana? That's gay."
Yeah, but
and now
Nirvana-
but you like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I listen to Alice in Chains." They're like, "Oh, that's kind of cool. I like Alice in Chains."
But
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
Well, no, there was two arguments to that. Because if you listen to the first Nirvana album, it's heavier than any
It's more
Alice in
punk,
Chains stuff.
but it's more punk.
Yeah, but it's way heavier.
Yeah.
Bleach is way heavier than anything
I
Alice
never
in Chains.
liked Nirvana back then.
Oh man,
At
I
all.
love
Oh,
Nirvana.
Never liked
Bleach is awesome. You want
Bleach
heavy?
is great.
You listen to Bleach.
It's not that heavy. It's not as heavy as Facelift was, though.
I think it's heavier.
No, you're
It's
wrong.
a different type of heavy, I guess.
No, you're
wrong.
wrong.
No,
You're
dude,
wrong.
you're crazy.
Facelift is fucking
Man,
heavy.
come on. I'm the man in the box. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You're fucking crazy.
Whereas
You're
Nirvana's
a
Bleach
dick.
was more punk.
I don't
Anyway.
School,
I don't
fucking,
whatever. It doesn't matter.
That's fucking Nirvana.
Bleach was mega slow. What are you talking
That
about?
was not mega slow. They had fucking
Bleach.
School and shit on that
Are
one.
you crazy?
Dude, Go
you're
back to
like
school.
You're like Scott. We listened to fucking And Justice for All, and he's like, "This album sucks," and I'm like, "No shit."
It does not suck.
Does
You
suck.
suck.
It sucks. It's
terrible.
terrible.
Anyway,
It's fucking bad.
let's go back to Alice in Chains because Jesus
Alice in Chains is fucking awesome. Like
They
here's the thing. Like pretty much all the records sound great. They're recorded great. You know, they're the sound.
They're okay.
Their sound.
They're very good for.
Their sound is very cohesive and sounds pretty badass. You know, fucking catchy as fuck. They're great songwriters.
They
Fantastic.
were. And they
Melodic.
didn't make that many albums before Lane died.
Yeah.
They made literally
four?
three albums, full albums, and 2 EPs.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did Facelift, Sap,
Jar of Flies.
and then Dirt, then
Oh,
Jar
yeah.
of Flies,
Dirt, then Jar of
and
Flies.
then the self-titled album, which was the last album they made
95.
before. Then they made the Unplugged album, which kind of catapulted them
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then that was like the last thing they did with Lane.
I mean,
and
the self-titled album was the last one with Jerry. So.
no, Jerry's on all the.
Or, no, I mean the singer.
Lane.
What's his name?
Lane.
Lane. Yeah, sorry.
That's what I said. Were we not paying
My bad.
attention to anything I said?
No, sorry. Yeah,
Okay, there you go. Mega head.
sorry.
Yeah, then recently have another resurgence because they decided to come back. They have a new singer.
I saw them with a new singer. He's
yeah,
very good.
I forget his name.
New Alice in Chains singer.
Yeah, well, Duvall, I think is his last name. But I saw them live for the first time because I was supposed to see them on the Metallica tour with Suicidal Tendencies and Candlebox back in the day, '94
remember that
Binge and
tour.
Purge tour.
Candlebox.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, Candlebox was playing that one. But yeah, the
Hey, let's go to the Vatican. And,
I didn't want to say anything bad about Candlebox.
I
I didn't
do.
want to step on any toes over here.
fuck
Yeah,
those
whatever.
candle toes.
But they were supposed to play that show, and Lane was too much of a fucking addict at the time,
Wow.
so they had to cancel the whole entire tour, and that was it. Alice in Chains was done.
Damn, the whole tour.
The whole
Sweet.
thing, yeah. And then that was fucked up because I was like, man, I finally got to see Alice. I'm gonna get to see
And
Alice
he was
in Chains.
Dunskies. What year
And
was
he
that?
was
That had to
done,
be
done,
like
Dunskies.
94, 90. That had to be
That had
95.
that had to be
95.
like 94, 95.
He died
yeah.
in 95, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I remember the Fight was the replacement band for Alice in Chains.
Huh.
And then they moved Candlebox up to the opening up for Metallica with.
Oh my god.
They had Fight open
Oh.
up, Suicidal Tendencies, Candlebox, and then fucking
Obviously purely
And then
based on
Metallica.
record sales.
yeah, basically at the time.
Wow.
But yeah, it sucked. But I finally got to see them live with. I see them live twice now with the newer singer, and they sound fucking phenomenal, dude. The
Yeah.
new singer. I mean, honestly, Lane was a great singer, but I mean, honestly, the one good thing about Alice in Chains is the fact that Jerry Cantrell is they harmonize very well.
Yeah, yeah.
They do the harmony singing just like Paul McCartney and John Lennon. I know you guys don't hate that comparison. Go fuck yourselves.
I love
Beatles
the,
are so
I
fucking
love
great.
the Beatles.
Okay,
so
good. You
relax.
like the Beatles.
Keep your
okay.
fucking pantaloons.
He hates the fucking Beatles.
Yeah, he
But
doesn't like
but
the
you know,
Beatles.
but there's very few bands that can harmonize like that. Two guys that can
I agree.
harmonize.
I would say that's the strength of that band is the
The
vocal harmonies. I mean, the songwriting is phenomenal, but the vocal harmonies are like really just like that's what really like catches you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like wow.
I thought they had. I thought
really
they
good.
had. You know, the good lyrical content too. You know, the first couple albums were
a
pretty
lot of
good.
the lyrics
yeah.
are all about drugs
Yeah.
and fucking shit, and a lot
Yeah,
of them were
it's
they
good
were all
stuff.
on fucking drugs.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. No,
Hey,
it was good.
You know, bands are better when they're on drugs.
Well, when they're on drugs and they're singing about what's happening, not
Yeah.
on drugs and singing about fucking Satan.
It's like almost like a
You know what I mean?
suicidal victim. They're just
Yeah.
calls for help,
Yeah.
really. But
Yeah.
but they made a perfect album with Dirt. I think Dirt's a perfect album. It
I
has
agree.
a lot of real like. There's not a single like bad song on that album. They have that one filler song, which is the Iron, with Tom Araya on it.
Tom Araya's on it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I know, and people are going to be like, "Is he right?" Like, no.
Fact
the
check
guy
it,
who
bitch.
turns around and
Oh,
goes,
boy.
"I am Iron God," is Tom Araya.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
I think that was God. I think
What do you
the
know?
song's called Godsmack, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what Godsmack's
That's where
named after.
Godsmack got
Yeah.
their name from.
they
Was
got their
from
name.
that
Yeah.
from that album.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Dirt was fucking perfect, and then after that was Jar of Flies, which even catapulted them even more because they had that No Excuses song and that really cool video with all the puppets in it. That was actually.
I don't
kinda
remember
neat.
that.
Yeah, they
I
had a
don't
really
remember
cool
that.
video. That's when they made music videos that were cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's all like Hustle Bunny and fucking
Wow, no.
Hustle
fucking
Bunny?
Cardi B and all other.
What's a
bullshit.
hustle bunny?
It's all cheesy.
Hustle bunnies are
Very-
like little
very
bitches
cheesy
walking
produced.
around, just like give
Yeah.
me money and I'll look hot in your video.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
they're
right,
shaking their,
right.
sh-
Hose.
shaking their money makers, you know,
Hose.
shaking their asses.
Hose.
But yeah, then after that was the Purple album or the self-titled album with the the three-legged dog on the album cover. And
That's a good album.
That's a really
It's
good
actually a
album.
very good album,
Yeah, that's a good one.
but when it came out, I didn't really like it too much because I thought it was a little too sappy.
Too pretentious.
No,
Too
I wouldn't say that. It was
too,
just very
non-genuine.
No, I wouldn't. You're answering for me. And
Yeah, I
would
don't
say
know.
no.
I'm trying to guess here
Stop.
because
Don't
you know,
guess.
Let him
Don't
talk. Let him
guess.
talk.
But I just thought it wasn't as good as it wasn't as catchy, but it was a very dark album. Had a lot of dark material on it, and the way I got into a lot of the songs on that album was from the Unplugged album they made,
Mm-hmm.
and they did The End and or whatever the hell the name of that song is, and they did a couple other tunes off that album that was really good, and I was like, wow, that sounds really, really good. Like, and then I gave the album another try, and I was like, oh, this album's actually a lot better than I thought.
It's actually really good.
Well, you know, the older you get,
Yeah.
the more you're like, oh, okay. You start to notice things that you didn't notice as a kid because you're just more into the angst and the fucking craziness.
Yeah.
And that's what you want.
Like now we hear a Duran Duran song, we're like, oh yeah, that's a good melody.
Yeah, that's a really good melody. Duran Duran's awesome.
They are awesome.
I saw them live. That was fucking killer. They had a really big light that kind of shined in my eye the whole entire time, though, but it sucked.
I'm surprised you didn't call the tour manager and tell him to shut it down.
I know, right? I should have.
Speed down. Speed down.
But yeah, House of Chance is fucking killer.
Groundbreaking. That's what I would
Groundbreaking.
call them.
When you think about that scene, it's not really douchebag.
It's not really what.
It's not really like a fucking huge scene.
Are
You know what I mean?
kidding
What, the
me?
alternative scene?
It was the
No.
biggest scene of all scenes.
It was a huge scene.
No,
was the
like
biggest?
just the grunge scene.
It was pretty
It
big.
was huge.
Everybody was wearing flannels.
Dude, wait a minute. Grunge,
Everybody.
Grunge destroyed
Everything.
everything.
It
It
destroyed hair metal,
It
destroyed everything.
metal. It destroyed.
did, but-
it destroyed hair metal.
Hold on,
Destroyed.
stop talking.
Every kid was depressed.
Yeah.
Talking about, I'm talking about like the core, like, you know, there's the bands that start a thing. You know,
They're
what I mean?
one of the pioneers. I would
They
say.
are one of the pioneers.
Yeah.
Like they were like. There was like you know like the,
I'm gonna give
the
the-
top five. There was
No,
the
I'm going to
top
give the
five
big
bands.
four. I'm going to give the big four. The big
Yeah.
four was Alice in Chains, Nirvana, Stone Temple Pilots, and Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam.
Oh,
yeah, Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam was
Top five.
way bigger than Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Soundgarden didn't
Yeah,
really
I
get
know, you're right,
popular
you're
until
right.
it's
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
unknown.
Yeah, Pearl
Yeah.
Jam.
Which
Forgot
is
about
like
Pearl Jam.
Like Soundgarden took a long time to get
yeah,
popular.
but when Soundgarden got popular,
They were
Pearl Jam was a
wildly
multi-million
No,
dollar
you're right.
hit
I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
Pearl
first
Jam. I
album.
like Pearl Jam. I like
Soundgarden
Pearl
was
Jam. We
on
should
their
do Pearl
like
Jam.
I'm not a
fourth
fan of Pearl
album.
Jam.
I love
They're
Pearl Jam.
great.
Except their new album sucks. They finally made a bad album.
Pearl Jam.
It only took them like
They made a bunch of
15
bad
albums.
albums.
No, that's not true.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, ever
no.
since that debacle with that fucking old guy.
What? Debacle with the old guy.
Oh God, the fucking folk singer. Forget
Neil,
it. Forget
Neil,
Neil Young?
Stop.
Terrible.
Stop.
Oh, that was a good
That's when they
album.
started to
All
suck.
right, so the big five. We're gonna call it the big five.
Mirrorball was a great album.
The big five that destroyed
Everything.
everything.
They killed. They
They
killed.
did. They destroyed
What
everything.
grunge did is they killed hair metal.
They did. They killed hair metal. They killed.
No.
Even rap was
Yeah.
Yeah.
thrown to the
Yeah,
fucking sides,
yeah.
and it went.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where rap had the change because that's when rap turned into gangster rap.
Gangster rap. Yeah, it had
And
to get
then-
tougher.
They had to get tough
Had
and
to get
talk
tough.
about
Yeah.
shooting people, and,
Yeah.
and look
Couldn't-
where we are now.
Couldn't talk
Yeah.
about.
A lot of
talk
good
about.
that did.
Dancing
Yeah.
at the club. you
Yeah.
know?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So no, but that did dominate the airways, and it still does because you listen to rock and roll radio now, like
Classic rock.
classic rock, and
Yeah,
it's
classic
and
rock's on there.
and that is classic rock now. I mean, you can put
is.
it on.
It's our version of classic
Yeah,
rock.
no, but
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
our Doors,
like
and our,
like when I was in
Janis
high school
Joplin's.
and you put on the class, the Gator, that's the classic rock station by
Mm-hmm.
us. You would listen to Led Zeppelin and some Aerosmith.
I still find it
And
kind of
if-
weird.
And
when
if
they
you
do
put
that.
it on now, you hear some fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers
Yep.
and you hear some Alice in
Good
Chains
shit.
and
Yeah.
Guess what? Led Zeppelin and all those guys are on the back burner.
Yeah,
now.
they are, and you know
Yeah.
what's kind of funny is that
It's very
like
fucking
people
comical.
Go, oh, the classic rock station, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
They should just
Pearl
call
Jam.
it.
So-
they should just call it
And you just kinda
90s
feel-
rock.
It makes
Hold on,
you
hold on,
feel
hold on.
so old.
They should call it 90s rock.
Here's what
That's
makes
what it
here's
is.
what makes you feel old. There was one day I turned on the radio and the Gator was on, and Guns N' Roses came on, and I was like,
Classic
"Oh, Guns N'
rock.
Roses is on." I'm like, wait a minute. I'm thinking to myself, why is Guns N' Roses on? This is like the classic rock station. To be classic rock, you got to be at least 20 years. Oh my God, I'm old.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It hits you like a fucking pallet
Like,
of bricks.
oh no.
Like if you would have
It's
told
like,
me,
fuck, we're old.
if you would have told me that they would play fucking "Rape Me" on the classic rock station,
Yeah, right.
I would be like,
Do
"You're
they play
fuck-"
Rape Me?
Yes, they do. I would say you are crazy. This will
Out of your fucking
never
mind.
be on the classic rock. The guy wrote the song, so it would not be on there.
And it is.
Kind of like that
Yeah,
song.
and
That
it
Epic
is.
fail.
Yeah, epic fail. Yeah, the epic failure. He wrote an entire album that he tried to make not commercial, and it was
another band that basically released 3 albums.
Yeah,
We're like really 3 albums.
yeah, 3 albums. Yeah, and
4 albums if you count Incesticide.
yeah, and that last album they did, they tried so hard to make it not popular, and it was still fucking I mean, he tried his hardest to make it sound like shit,
But
and
he
people
couldn't. He was
still
too
ate it
good.
up. Yeah, he was too good.
Too good.
Yeah.
I get it.
But
Let's give Alice in Chains a rating, as we do on our show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this up because I know the other guys haven't really heard this yet. Though, but the new albums, there are 3 newer
Haven't heard it.
albums.
Oh,
They haven't
yeah,
really
we should
heard
talk
them yet.
about that.
They did do the Black Gives Way to Blue, I think is the name of the album. I'm gonna check it real quick and make
There's one
sure.
that's brand very new.
There is a brand new one that is Rain
Bran
or Frogs
Flakes.
that is actually really good.
Raisin Bran.
Alice in
Bran Flakes.
Bran Flakes.
So these 3 guys walk into a bar.
So Black Gives Way to Blue. So I was right.
Black
Okay.
Gives Way to Blue.
Black
Okay.
Gives Way to Blue was the first album they made with the new singer, which is a phenomenal album. I mean, for an album to come out, I mean, like years and years. It came out in 2009. The last album they made was 1995.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, that was
Holy
the
shit.
self-titled album was 95.
And that album debuted at number 1, by
Yeah.
the way. Holy cow.
And then
record
Black Gives
sale.
Way to Blue. What the Black Gives Way
Two-
it debuted at number 1.
Two
right?
times. It debuted at number 1,
Yeah.
Alice in Chains, self-titled, but it was only 2 times platinum.
But
The
Black-
one before it, Dirt, 4 times platinum.
Yeah.
4 times.
Oh no, they're rich
Holy shit.
for sure.
Yeah.
But
for
Black
them.
Gives Way to Blue. If you
Everything
if you
else-
haven't heard it yet, and you're just kind of sitting there going, "Well, I'm not gonna listen to it because it's not Lane." Dude, you would never. I'm telling you, close your
I
eyes.
gotta check it out.
You wouldn't even tell the difference.
It's
Wow.
But
that
then
one's
they came out-
gold.
That one's
gold.
gold.
The
Well,
other
because
ones
the
are
albums don't sell
platinum.
as well as they
Right,
used
right.
to.
Yeah,
but
that
still,
one's gold.
for it to be gold
Yeah.
is pretty impressive.
And
Yeah.
no, it's very good. 500,000. Yeah.
Wow.
American.
Yeah.
The Devil Puts Dinosaurs Here.
That one
nah,
debuted a little higher.
That did
It
higher.
debuted higher, yeah.
I didn't like that album too much.
It didn't sell as much. It debuted
Yeah.
higher.
It has
That's
a couple good songs, but not too good.
all.
But
It must have had a better single, but a worse album, I'm guessing.
I wonder-
Better
I wonder,
single.
I wonder how they do that. How they decide where.
Well, when
something
it
debuts.
has a strong single, because the single comes out before the album, then it bumps up their thing. So if
Yeah.
it has a shitty single,
an excitement.
but the album is awesome, it has lots of sales, but doesn't debut as high.
Usually, when
Right.
you have a really good album, they wind up having quite a few singles.
Single.
for it.
Right. So
when a
so
good
these-
album, the album's like,
yeah.
they have like one or
one
Yeah,
single.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
when the album's kind of shitty, 1 or 2 singles. So
But Rain or Frog was really, really good.
that debuted at 12. That was their highest position. in
Yeah, I
the
gotta
charts,
check out the
12.
newer stuff.
Yeah, it's really. It's
Well, I mean,
I've
you know,
heard some,
I'm telling
but
you, you
not
won't
all
miss
of
it
it.
if
You know
you
what I
see
mean?
them live. I mean, honestly.
You know,
I saw them live. They're
I'm
fucking
quite
great,
impressed
man.
for that album came out in 2018 and it debuted it came out 12, the highest. That's pretty good. I
Yeah,
think
it's good.
for chart for
Yeah.
rock. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
But yeah,
Okay.
definitely
Good
give
job.
those albums a try. The new singer is worth the wait, and it definitely does not desecrate their
Doesn't
legacy,
diminish them at all.
legacy at all.
You know, it's not like Alice in Chains was just the singer.
It wasn't. It
No,
really
not at
wasn't.
all.
And
It was
they've
the band.
had a pretty solid
Yeah.
lineup the whole entire time.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Except for the one bass player that died.
But I mean, Jerry Cantrell's like his vocals. He's as
His solo
important.
albums are good,
He's
too.
but he's as important as the main singer.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
he
His
is the main.
harmonies,
He's the main
you know,
writer. He's the
songwriter.
main
Yeah,
songwriter.
yeah. But I
bro.
mean, just vocal wise.
So I was very
all
surprised that
his
he didn't just
harmonies.
take over completely.
Yeah.
Well,
At
that
one
would have been
point.
it, but he had his solo albums. and
Right,
his
right.
solo
That's
albums
I
just
get
didn't
it.
do it.
But I bet
Didn't
you if
do
he
it.
didn't have the solo albums, he probably could have taken over completely.
But he did the smart thing. He did the thing that most bands need to learn. Sometimes if you just get a singer who sounds like the old singer,
It works.
it works.
Yeah, it works.
Journey did it.
It works.
Van Halen.
AC/DC did it.
Queen did
Van
it.
Halen did it.
Van Halen did it. Queen.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys.
No. Van Halen didn't do it.
They tried.
They tried to do it.
They tried to do
It
it.
failed. Not that it failed in record sales. I'm saying it doesn't sound like the old singer. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's in the same range.
He's in the range. Yes.
He's in the
he is.
same range. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you
But
get
those other
as
bands
long-
we
as long-
mentioned were closer.
There's
Right,
another
sure.
band that literally they got the Turbo Negro, and they got a new singer, and it just
Turbo Negro, yeah.
completely.
They're pretty
different.
good. I like that band.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
But they got a new singer on the
Yeah.
on the newer albums, and it sounds nothing like Hank, and it completely takes away from the whole entire band. It totally sounds like a different band.
yeah, sometimes. Well, I
It
don't
just
know.
doesn't work.
It's one of those things, bro. You got a big giant fan base. It's like,
Yeah.
let's just fucking
Sometimes
find a
you just
singer.
need to stick to something. Like Journey did it right. They got a guy who basically sang
What about-
karaoke.
What about Scissor Fight?
Scissor Fight, it's a little bit. He's a little bit different. He's a little bit
Hey,
different, but a little bit. But
Does
but they're definitely
Scissor
close.
Fight watch our videos?
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I have.
And then
Because I kind of like you guys a little better.
I'll let him know to watch.
Yeah,
this
let them
one.
know. Know to watch this one. It's growing
Oh,
on me.
you have the shirt on and,
Yeah,
and,
Scissor
the
Fight.
fucking
Oh,
and the
look
koozie.
at that. They
I have a
should.
Scissor Fight koozie.
Dean wants to suck your dick.
I am also wearing my Scissor Fight underwear.
Oh my goodness.
Dean wants to get a circumcision from Scissor Fight.
Yeah.
And he wants to lose the
If I
fight.
can take any more skin off my dick, I would, but I can't.
Whoa.
So we're going straight to ratings?
Ouch. Wow.
Let's go to ratings now.
go to
now,
ratings.
now we talked about the new show.
Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
Diego?
For me, that stuff is kind of like poser stuff, but
He's the punk rock guy.
right, because I was into that type of music before that music was cool. But thanks, Dean.
This does look good.
So they are
It's like a fucking 15-year-old.
they are good. Well, no, I got to
It's nothing like the demos.
You're a bunch of fags.
Yeah, it's that whole Anyway, I give him a C+.
C+. That's
Which
good.
I think is pretty good. I like them. How about this? They're on the radio. I'm not changing the channel.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah. I give him a solid B.
Wow.
No.
Solid
Jesus
B.
Christ, dude.
There was
Don't.
It's
Just don't.
insane.
Just
It's
shut up.
crazy.
Before
Yeah,
I
They're
go-
okay,
great.
whatever.
Before I give my rating, though, there was a time that we were in the shop, and I had to tell Scott, hey, don't be playing any more Alice in Chains because I'm going to go see them live, and I don't want to be sick of them by the time I go see them live because it was constantly played in the shop. So, but other than that, I give them a B+. They're fucking an awesome band.
Yeah,
Very awesome
they're good.
band.
Yeah.
And,
They're good. They kick ass.
They definitely have a very low catalog. I like that when bands have a very low catalog
And it's
still
all
have-
good.
It's all good,
Right,
Except
where they
for that
don't-
one album, but I give that as a pass because
They don't release turds.
they don't really release a lot of turds. You
No.
know?
Yeah. I think that's a problem with a lot of bands. They release too much shit,
Yeah.
and there's just too much filler.
Well, they do that because they keeps the
yeah.
momentum fresh and.
And they
Sure.
got
And there's always
contracts
newer,
and
you
things.
got like a
and-
band like Overkill who's released like 30 albums by now. and
yeah,
they're just
but they'll never be as big as Alice in Chains was. When you're a
No.
huge band, you can take 10 years off and release a new album, and it debuts at number one.
Yeah, you could.
It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Alice in Chains is fucking great, man.